The dam was theirs, the dead were real, and no owner was held liable. Survivors pursued the Millionaires' Club in court. The defense called it an act of God, and no owner was held liable. We show you the system. You decide what it means. Follow Off-Limits America. This is the final part. As Johnstown buried its dead, grief turned to anger, and the anger had a clear target. The evidence was in plain sight. The club had lowered the dam, failed to replace its missing discharge pipes, screened its spillway, and had been warned about serious safety flaws. Survivors and victims' families took the South Fork Fishing and Hunting Club and its members to court, but the club had the finest lawyers money could buy. The defense portrayed the catastrophe as an act of God, an unforeseeable natural event no one could be blamed for. The legal claims were settled or dismissed without success, and in the end, neither the club nor any member was held legally liable. The families recovered no damages from them. The men behind the club were among the wealthiest in America. In court, they paid nothing. Some gave private charity afterward, and Andrew Carnegie later built the town a library. But that was a gift on their terms, not accountability. The men who had remade a dam for their own leisure answered to no court and no jury. There was one bright thread. Clara Barton arrived with the newly formed American Red Cross and ran its first major peacetime relief effort, staying 5 months to help the town rebuild. The flood became part of a national debate over liability, and the failure of victims to recover damages helped fuel calls for stricter legal responsibility when dangerous uses of property harmed others. This is why we do this. A city was destroyed by a hazard its owners had been warned about in writing, and when the survivors asked a court for justice, the answer was that no one was to blame. The dead were counted, the blame never was. Remembering that is the closest thing to accountability they ever got. This is bigger than 4 videos. Share this before it gets buried again.